I mean, it made sense. It was realistic. Just from my personal viewing, I would have liked to see them like really yell at each other. That would have made me happy. I don't know why. I just like that would have been really satisfying. But I understand why it ended up the way that it did because I think the thing about the White Lotus is it is realistic. Like a lot of this stuff isn't going to feel like so satisfying at the end. Um, and that's just how life is sometimes. Like it's not everything is so cut and dry.
That's
Like it
true.
would have been, yeah, like it would have been really nice to see the family's reactions on the boat to them losing all of their money. Like Parker Posey, I would kill to see her character react. A tsunami.
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
Hi.
We have a special guest with us, Sarah, who is Linda's daughter, because Linda has COVID.
Sorry,
Yes.
Linda. So sad for you.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks
thanks,
for doing
Sarah.
this. Today is perfect for you actually to sit in because we're talking about second chances, second time around, second time at college, and because your brother's getting ready to go to college for the first time, Kathy has her second going to college, and Sarah, remind me, you're a junior in college, right?
Yes, I am.
So you totally know, you totally know all the things to know, all maybe some secrets to kind of pass along and to help these new freshmen settle into school.
A lot of pressure, but I know some stuff.
It's no
Yeah.
pressure. It's no pressure. Just trying to give some insight into like what to think about and what to know. But before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please rate, review, like, and share with your favorite fishes to jump in and enjoy our conversation. So, what are we watching? And I know what we all have on our minds is the White Lotus. Before we talk about the White Lotus, I should just prep. If you have not watched it, we will give away spoilers. So, like, fast forward this part before you listen anymore because we are going to give away spoilers.
Yeah. Well, I ended up watching the finale last night and I was like, wow. Like for me, it kind of went off the deep end a little bit. I thought that Walton Goggins, like he just lost his mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought one person was going to die, but I didn't realize like several people were going to die. And then his poor girlfriend bit the dust as well. And they had just kind of like figured it out. I mean, I was just like, what?
My thing with the White Lotus is I thought it was a slow burn the whole season, and I thought it was too slow. And I think that Brothers, the incest part, was not necessary, was not needed, did not help develop these characters at
I
all.
could not handle that episode.
Except to just have a shock value, which I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But other than that, I liked how they wrapped up the women. I thought that part was believable about how they kind of came full circle. And I had been kind of hard on these women and their relationships in the beginning. And then I did think they did a good job tying it up, of having some perspective on that. And I was like, okay, I felt like this was believable. And they did feel like they were lifelong friends. And maybe you can lose your mind a little bit with your closest girlfriends and come to the end and be like, you know what, I can lose my mind, but this core relationship is still important to me. I don't know.
I mean, it made sense. It was realistic. Just from my personal viewing, I would have liked to see them like really yell at each other. That would have made me happy. I don't know why. I just like that would have been really satisfying. But I understand why it ended up the way that it did, because I think the thing about the White Lotus is it is realistic. Like a lot of this stuff isn't going to feel like so satisfying at the end. Um, and that's just how life is sometimes. Like it's not everything is so cut and dry.
That's
Like it would
true.
have been, yeah, like it would have been really nice to see the family's reactions on the boat to them losing all of their money. Like Parker Posey, I would kill to see her character react. A tsunami.
Well,
Um,
I'm so happy that he did not off the family. I was
I
like, do
know.
not kill this family.
I know
Like,
Parker Posey, man, her role was amazing, and I'm here for
so
all day
good.
long. I wanted to
Yeah,
ask you guys, what did you guys think about Belinda's character? Like she ended up basically blackmailing and getting $5 million. She's like, I played by the rules my whole life. My son is right. I want this money and I'm
she
going to
took
take
it.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this secret and I'm going to go make my life better. You keep getting away with horrible things. And so I want a piece of it and I want to make my life better too. I don't know if I would have made that choice to blackmail and take money and have to keep that secret, but I understood it in a way of why she did it. What did you guys
Yeah.
think?
well, I personally, so I think the White Lotus, a big part of it is like the themes are money corrupts, and it talks about like a lot of times like privilege and like the tourism industry and stuff. So I think seeing the it kind of flipped like Belinda, because she kind of got screwed over in the first season with Tanya and like pulling out of their deal at the last second. And
Right.
now this season, like Porn Chai, she could, I mean, she could have had a really nice life with him. Like she could have started her own business with him and they could have been together and she could have been really
Yeah.
happy. However, and I'm not saying she made the wrong choice. I probably would have made the exact same choice. However, now she is in this position where she is a multimillionaire and she decided to go back to the US and um make that choice for herself and be safe and like live this different life, which, as you know, like I'm happy for her, but also it's like we see how money corrupts in this show a lot, like even just this season. Like you got what's his face, the dad, like wanting to off his family because they lost all their money, and Greg like killed his wife for
Yeah.
money. Like it's a lot of that, and I think thematically it is interesting that she is the it's kind of flipped now and she's the one with a lot of wealth, and she made that choice to step away from maybe her happiness. But I don't know, I guess we'll see. I would like to see more from her in the future.
That's an interesting thing. Like she kind of took his dream away too. Like he thought they were going to build a business. What was his name?
Porn chai.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt sorry for him when they were on
Yeah.
the boat and she was like waving goodbye. I was
I
like,
mean, they
Yeah.
were
oh,
cute. I liked them together.
I mean, although
yeah.
they just knew each other for like a week, like, can you really build a life with somebody after a week? I don't know. Like, I mean, so I kind of get what you're saying, but then on the flip side of it, it was a week.
You got to
So
think
the
about it in TV themes. It doesn't make sense. Well,
I
yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
worried
He's
about her
representing
like long
something.
term. Maybe down the road, is he going to come back and try and get her? I mean, I
Dude,
don't
yeah, I
know.
mean,
Greg is still walking the earth. Somebody needs to take him out. Like he is the only one who has survived, like, or we've seen consistently the past 3 seasons. And
Yeah.
the more I
Yeah,
see
he's
him,
got some evil in him.
he does. He's evil. Like he's got to me. Like I saw a lot online at how people were saying like Lachlan, the little brother, was evil. And I listen, I understand. I was also really happy to see that he survived. For some reason, like it made it like really hurt my feelings seeing that he was gonna die. Like, and
Yeah,
I
I
was
did
like,
too.
I was literally planning. I was like, okay, because I was watching with my friend. I was like, okay, this is making me really sad. I think I'm gonna go cry about this in the shower later because it's gonna make me sad. But then he survived, and I was like, yes. But like, he's a little psychotic, like he's a little, he's got some darkness in
They
him.
all have some issues.
But
They
yeah,
all
Let's not kid
have.
exactly. They all
ourselves.
have issues. Except Belinda. I love you, Belinda.
All right. And the other thing I really want to talk about really quickly is Kathy's been asking me, have I been watching on Netflix? What's it called? The $1 Million Secret. She's like, Nancy, have you watched The $1 Million Secret yet? So I want you to know I did watch it. I'm 4 episodes in on The $1 Million Secret. And I'm still wanting to watch it because I do want to know who gets the $1 million. But I feel like these people are mean. Like these
They
are
are.
mean people trying to take the legs out from each other.
Yeah, I mean, the whole premise behind this show is like they're all at this fancy resort, like mansion type place, and they each have a box in their room, and they either have $1 million in it or they have nothing. And then the premise of it is to try and figure out who has the $1 million. And it's interesting because the host of the show, his name's Peter Serafinowicz. I don't know if I said that correctly, but he's an English actor. I think he does a really good job in this show, but he like makes it really hard for the millionaire to stay private and like not to give herself or himself away. Like he gives them tasks that they have to perform to maybe get some benefit at like the voting off, like they'll have 3 votes taken away from them or whatever. But I mean the tasks are really hard, and I think
Because the idea is that this money moves around, right? So if the
Right.
money is in your box and you can keep it, you get to keep this $1 million. But if the people
Correct.
guess that you have the $1 million, then
You're
they
voted
take
off.
it and you're out.
Yes. Right. Yeah, you don't
So
want
it's
the
like
$1 million early on for sure.
Yeah, so it's like the shell game. And you're right. All these advantages, Kathy, that you think that the $1 million has, the $1 million holder has all these advantages by the host. If you can complete these tasks, they really aren't advantages. I feel like it feels like the host outs you even more.
Yeah.
If you
It's a
have
hard
this,
game.
it's super hard.
I'm just interested to see who's going to survive.
Yeah.
They've
So
sucked me in. I
yeah,
don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess me too. I'm like, who's going to make the million? Who's going to get the $1 million? So I'm in too.
I do like a good game show. I have not seen that show, but I'm curious if you guys would be on a game show given the opportunity.
I would do
Nancy's
the
tried
Amazing
to get me
Race.
to. She wanted me to go on the Amazing Race with her, and I was like, we might kill each other. I don't know.
Nancy, I will 100% do that with you. I feel like we can do it. Both psychology, we're motivated. We're like, we've got it. We've got it down.
Listen, I am here for it all day long, and I think it would be amazing. And Kathy, we would not have killed each other. You're a really good navigator. I'm really positive. Like, I think it would have been great.
How would we get through the eating of the disgusting food? We wouldn't make it.
Well, that would be tricky.
Well,
Yeah,
I
our
hope
amazing-
I'm all for you two doing it. That sounds good.
Our Amazing Race campaign starts now. Actually, I'll hit up all my contacts in the game show world, and we'll do it.
Yeah, get your
I love
beautiful
that you're
face on there.
I love that you're willing to do it with me, who's old, your old aunt, like on the Amazing Race. So I think that's amazing. So thank you.
I'm down for anything. I'm always, I'm always up to something.
All right. And then today is Thursday. The show launches on Thursday, and Hacks is back today, season 4. And Sarah, I know you love this show too, Hacks. It's so good. Are you
so
in?
Good. I'm so in. Actually, real quick, my embroidery club, we watch it every single week. Like we've been watching, we get in like 3 or 4 episodes each meeting, and we just watch Hacks while we're embroidering. It's awesome, and I'm really excited for the new
That's kind of a
season.
fun evening.
Yeah.
I sucked them in because nobody knew. I was like, okay, guys, what are we gonna watch? Nobody had an answer, and I was like, okay, if you don't pick, I'm gonna put on my shows. And they were like, okay, fine. So
I think that's also super interesting that you're in an embroidery club. I didn't even know that existed, and that's pretty neat to learn how to embroider, like with some friends. All right. So Hacks has got me thinking it's all about second chances, second go around. We thought it'd be fun to kind of talk to you guys who've been in college and kind of been down this road to maybe you guys have some tricks, maybe some ideas, things for these guys who are
Yeah.
coming behind you. Let's jump in to see what secrets you guys also shared in those interviews of what to look for when you head to college.
We are interviewing my oldest son, Grayson, live from TCU in Fort Worth, Texas. So, welcome, Grayson.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. So I just thought I would just start it off really quick and just ask you a quick question. So this is your mom's getting ready to send her second off to college. So this is kind of her second time around. And if you had a chance to do if you could do a redo and redo going to college your second time, would you still choose the choice that you made through your same school? Would you
I
choose?
think I would. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a great experience. It's a wonderful campus here. I think that's one of the things that kind of attracts people here is they're not really sure, and then they get here and they see the kind of environment that TCU has. I think that would really is what draws people in.
Would you pick the same classes?
I would definitely make my classes a little bit later in the day.
What's your earliest class?
Right now it's 8 a.m.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's rough.
All right. So later classes. Anything else you would choose differently?
I don't know. I would say just be your freshman year. Everybody is trying to make friends. Be as social as you can be. Go out and do things you don't want to do. Just really put yourself out there, because it's the only time that you'll have that experience where everybody's trying to do that, and the classes and the schoolwork is extremely easy freshman year, so you don't have to really worry about it. So I would say really just put yourself out there, go out, have fun, and try and make the most of it because it starts flying by.
Say yes to everything.
Essentially, yeah.
So that's interesting. So you just said that you felt like your classes freshman year were easy. So you didn't find it more challenging coming out of your senior year.
No, I thought freshman year of college was arguably easier than any year of high school.
Oh, well, hats off to your high school. Then they must have prepared you well. Nice.
They must have prepared you well.
What did you say yes to a lot when you first started school? What were your yeses?
Going to the bars.
Well, you did a fraternity too, which also kept you busy.
I did that. Yes. I recommend that for sure.
What are the glows? What do you like about it?
You obviously get the social benefits of it, because you immediately have, depending on where you go, 100+ people that if you rush right, that are ideally similar to you, and they all kind of want the same thing out of it, and then you just get a really close group of guys. Like for my class, we have, I think it's right around 40, and we're all pretty close. So that's one of the immediate benefits for sure.
All right. Anything that you did that you felt like it was a mistake that you would tell people, listen, don't make this mistake?
The Friday 8 a.m. Don't do it.
Okay, you heard it from Grayson.
We heard it here. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Just because it's easier, it doesn't mean you can start slacking off, really. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what these grades are gonna get you your first job. And you don't want to be kind of fighting in a hole trying to get out your junior and senior year because you had a little too much fun freshman year. I mean, it's all about balance, but as long as you're getting your stuff done, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Awesome.
Okay.
It sounds like you figured out the balance for yourself.
It's a work in progress, right? I mean,
It always is, yeah. I mean, and it kind of just depends. You'll have semesters that are easier than others. You'll have some that are harder than others. So you just kind of have to adjust and work around that.
Well, Grayson, thanks for jumping in and talking to us about this a little bit.
yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Grayson.
Thank you for having me.
My oldest daughter, Sarah, is here. She is a junior at Virginia Tech. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome.
Sarah, I'm so glad that you could join us.
Happy to be here.
So, my question to you is, would you pick Virginia Tech again if you could do it all over again? Did you find the right fit for you?
I absolutely would. I think Virginia Tech is I'm sure it would have been fine if I went anywhere else, but I really like Virginia Tech. Like any complaints I would have about college or like any struggles or anything definitely has nothing to do with the college I chose. So I would do it again. I love it here.
Would you pick the same courses?
I think that depends. Right now, it's hard to say. I think it really. I ask me again in like 10 years, maybe because you never know where you're going to end up. For now, I think psychology is like it fits me and like the path that I'm going on. But you know, you never know where you're going to end up, and maybe in a few years, I would have a different answer, and I wish I would have done something differently. But I'm happy where I am right now.
Would you pick do anything different with the roommate situation?
I wish I picked a nicer dorm. My dorm was kind of miserable, mostly because it was really tiny and um, it just like the dorms aren't super nice, and I didn't like sharing a bathroom or anything. But I've also like seen there's like I've seen better dorms. You know what I mean? Like going in with the information I had, like that's just what I chose. But I would
Yeah.
probably choose a different dorm. Roommate wise, I'm happy I went random. I ended up really with a really good roommate.
You did.
We don't really talk that much anymore, but I we were good roommates.
I can concur. Her room was very small.
It was very small, and it
It
had
was. Yeah.
cockroaches, which was shame on
Yeah.
Virginia Tech.
Oh,
But I think the
gross.
location for you was amazing. So I think that's why you picked
Yeah.
it. So it was so easy to get around in campus. And now you're in an apartment, which is,
By
kind of how
myself.
things work there. Yeah.
What little nugget would you give? What little nugget would you give to yourself if you could redo it, or a little nugget you would give to Trevor or somebody else who's just starting college and having to do their acceptance?
Try not to take anything too seriously. Like it's not really that like honestly, I think I stressed out too much about a bunch of stuff that didn't really end up mattering. I think grades are important. Like even if you think you're not going to go to grad school or anything, like just try your best still because you don't know like where you're going to end up. Just give yourself the option, but don't, like kill yourself over it. You know what I mean? Like don't like push yourself too hard. And I'd say like trying to try everything, like do as much as you can and like try to join different clubs or organizations or try to meet different people and see if there's anything that captures your interest because college is just like trying different things and like seeing what you like and don't like, and I think there's a lot of value in that, and that's part of the big reason why college is so important is so you get that well-roundedness and you get to try all that stuff because you don't in the future, like when you're graduated and you're an adult, like you don't have as much freedom and you don't have as much like leeway for things. Like just try everything basically is what I'd say.
Good advice. Good
Mm-hmm.
advice.
Awesome. Don't
I
say
like that.
no.
Don't say no.
Say yes. Anything else? Anything else you feel like you want a new college person heading off to school for the first time and being on their own? Anything else you feel like is important to throw out?
Like try to get out of your comfort zone, I'd say. Because I constantly like I had no idea what I was doing. I constantly made mistakes. I constantly like did things wrong and had to ask people for help, and just like you kind of just have to get used to that. Like that's just kind of the deal. Like
Mm-hmm.
might as well start as soon as possible. Like yeah, that's
Like what
basically
kind
it.
of mistakes?
For instance, like Virginia Tech does Grubhub for its dining hall. So like you can order in person for some places, but for a lot you just have to order it on Grubhub and then pick it up. But I didn't know that. Like I just kind of showed up and like all the places you had to order through Grubhub, so I just had to ask somebody there. Just little things like that, like just you're not going to know unless you ask. And
Mhm.
it's uncomfortable, but like that's just, again, like it's just part of the deal. um
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe
It
some
does.
people aren't uncomfortable from that, but I was.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's
Well,
hard
Yeah.
to throw yourself out there.
Yeah.
Or like the bus system too.
Like, do you take the city bus?
There's only one bus. It's called Blacksburg Transit, and it's free for everybody. I take that because Blacksburg is not very big. It goes right to my apartment, and I just hop on it. And yeah, um, look both ways before you cross. To people keep getting run over, and it's really bad. So don't do that.
oh
Um,
no.
I feel like I need to take a
Not funny.
college tour. I want to go visit all of you guys.
Yeah, no, Virginia Tech is cool. I really enjoyed my visit there. I thought it was a really
Yeah.
nice
yeah, you
It's
campus.
a
should
really
come.
it's a beautiful campus. I can't wait to be
Everything's
there in
blooming
May.
right now. Yeah, we've got like so many different like flowery trees and stuff. Like there's this one pink tree outside of the library, and I took a picture of it because I thought it was so pretty. And there's like a bunch of white flowers that are like everywhere, and I'm like, okay, it's
Yeah.
A
so
dogwood, I bet.
cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Thank you to Sarah and Grayson. I think that was super helpful. I think one of my favorite laughable moments is don't get hit by a bus. And number 2, don't have any classes before 8 a.m. So you heard it here first. Oh, it's so fun to hear you guys give us some
Good advice.
some little nuggets about like what to look for at school and heading to college. So I'm excited to hear the stories of the next kiddos heading off on their college career. So the big secret this week, you guys, I think the secret power is when we're talking about college, and what I'm learning and hearing you guys talk about college is getting in on things that are early. Like Kathy, you were saying that housing, you've got to get in housing early. As soon as you know your college, you need to put in for housing.
Yes.
How did you learn that secret? Did you learn that from your oldest Grayson, or how did you figure that out? That's a super
Well,
secret.
I have learned it through Grayson just because some of his friends had issues with their housing. If you go to a bigger school, it definitely can be a problem because they just have so many kids and they don't have enough housing. So then they have to put these kids off campus. And then I also heard it through our advisor this year. She said, if you are strong on a school, it probably doesn't hurt to like put a deposit down because some schools like start it early, but other schools wait till May. Like it just depends on the school you're going to. You have to kind of look at what their rules are, but you definitely have got to address it.
All right, interesting. Okay, so you heard it here. Anything else people should look at too that early besides housing?
Classes are you have to do that as early as possible. The way Virginia Tech does it, which is the school I go to, is they do it a different way than everyone else. So we don't have issues with getting into the class that you need to, but everywhere else it's like it is a struggle,
Yeah,
because
right.
especially the big schools, like because there's so many kids and there's so many people that need to take specific classes or sign up like as early as possible is usually the best policy when it comes to that.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, thank you for that. Let's move into senioritis. So as we're talking to these kids and they're heading to school, they're finishing up their senior year. And you all, is senioritis a real thing? Feel like, Kathy, you're talking about Trevor's having a really hard time focusing. I think Linda's son, Jack, is completely over it. Sarah, did you have senioritis?
I had senioritis throughout my entire high school career, so I did not enjoy a second of that. So I'm not a
Oh.
reliable source.
Yeah,
And
no, I
Jack
think
can't still sit still for to save his life. He can't sit still. So I don't know if you can attribute that to senioritis or not. God love him. It's okay. I still love you, Jack.
yeah, I think my son Trevor definitely has it. I mean, we had a conversation about it. I mean, he just said that he is kind of tired of the routine. tired of his teachers. He has a dress code he has to wear to school. I think he's just
Yeah.
tired of all the rules. And, he's just not as motivated. But, I told him, I said, this is when your grades really can fall. And then that really affects your GPA. And you've worked hard all this way. Like you hate to let it drop at this point. So I said, keep your eyes on the prize, maybe shake it up a little bit, your study habits or whatever, but don't let it totally fall down because you'll be disappointed. I
So,
think.
so is there scientific evidence? Did you find like something scientific that it's a real thing? It's not just this generic term?
No, I've seen several articles, and there's an article from usanews.com that I read too about it. It's not only common in high school, but it's also common for seniors in college.
Yeah.
So I think it's a real thing with everybody. It's human
Yeah.
nature. So just, try and stay
Hang in there.
organized. Hang in there for sure. You don't want to be regretting it and then your admissions get rescinded. That would be horrible.
So I have
So
that to look forward to.
Do you think that
Senioritis.
happens? That people get rescinded
I
because of their
don't think
grades?
it's that common, but I think if you do really screw up, it can. So
Oh gosh.
don't be that person.
Aye.
So, as far as senioritis goes, it definitely, I feel like, is real, especially in my house. But I think the one thing that our school does for seniors this time of year is that tries to make it more light and fun. So they have what's called Senior Assassin, and all the kids sign up that want to sign up that are seniors, and then they each have a target that they have to try and get out, and they get them out by shooting water at them, like with a water bottle or a cup of water or something. But you each have a target that you have to get, and it's secret until that person comes at you. Then you'll figure it out quickly. But it's kind of fun for them. They have a safe item, and this week I think it's a Lucky Charms box. So if they have that on them, you can't get them out. But they each pay I think $5 or something to enter into it, and then the winner of the whole game wins I don't know, $500 or even more.
Wow.
So
Damn. That private school money.
yeah.
Private school money, is that what you just said?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, $5, everybody can do that pretty much. So
I think that sounds like fun. I didn't even know that existed.
yeah, I mean they've been doing it for years. I mean, I remember Grayson doing it. I think he got out well, it's funny. Actually, our neighbor, I think he had our neighbor. So it was kind of weird because they're super good friends. So it makes it challenging for sure.
Did you have that when you were in high school? Did you have this assassin game?
Probably. I didn't participate. Yeah, we
your
probably
jam.
did. I think Jack was doing it, my younger brother. Yeah, I think Jack is doing it, but I never participated.
I guess it would be good motivation to keep the kids coming to school.
Just a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
all right. Well, I hope Trev wins.
I know. I hope he does too. Good luck, Trevor. Yeah.
Well, you are going to probably make fun of me a little bit, but I've been moving into our next topic I want to talk about. I've been obsessed with Instagram lately, and I've just been scrolling, and I love a good ad. I am a marketer's dream. And I was seeing Billie Eilish has been talking about this this peel off lip stain, and you put it on this lip stain and it dries, and then you peel it off like a piece of tape, and it's supposed to make your lips look like you have lipstick on them all day long. Now, I don't love lipstick because I don't like having to reapply, but I was like, oh, they look amazing. This lip stain looks great. This might be my answer because I don't love lipstick and having to reapply. So because I don't know if y'all remember, I'm taking a pause from Amazon. I'm having an Amazon challenge. Do you guys remember that I am not trying to use Amazon for the month of April?
You're so brave.
So far, you guys, I'm doing it. So I haven't caved yet. So I went to Ulta to try to find this lip stain, and they had sachet peel off lip balm, and they only had one color. They said they've been selling out and they only had this one color and it was this like darker brown. And they said it would be more of a neutral and that it would work. So I came directly home, went to the bathroom and outlined my lips with this. And it looks like this dark goth crazy clown on my face. And Tim comes in as I'm doing it and he's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying this lip peel." So I let it dry, I peel it off. Nothing. I noticed nothing, guys. Nothing whatsoever.
I really think you had too neutral of a tone. Genuinely.
Yeah, probably.
So you think it's too neutral. So I guess I'll need to have to go back to Ulta and see if they've got some darker colors. But it was a big fail for me and not successful. But I feel like I just lit like $15 on fire. So I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah. Kathy, you said that you found something on Instagram too, like a lip product that you liked. What was it?
Yeah, I got this stuff. It's from Lake Rain, and it's called Lip Butter Balm, and I like the name. But I got the cake color, which is kind of like a neutral pink, but it's pretty neutral. And I wasn't like, had feelings like this is going to be amazing, but I actually was impressed with it. Like it's very moisturizing, and it left my lips like really glossy, and I was like, oh. And it actually stayed for like a long time. So I actually like it because I use Aquaphor quite a bit. And I actually think it may be better than the Aquaphor. So I was thinking it's like the bee's knees of lip gloss, maybe.
The bee's knees.
What is bee's knees? What is that?
Nancy,
I can't believe you haven't heard that before.
Come on.
I've heard of that.
Like
what is it?
It's like great. Like it's excellent. It's like the bee's knees.
Yeah, like she was the bee's knees. I don't know. I think I associate it with.
You never heard my mom say that? Never?
No, it sounds like a Dr. Seuss, like in a book. Bees knees everywhere or something. I don't know. Why would that
compliment? It's like it's a good thing.
All right, bee's knees. All right, I'm gonna have to try it. That's for you to say that you really like it more than Aquaphor, like because I know you so well. That is high praise. So I'm gonna check it out.
Because I know I'm not normally like a lip like stip person because I feel like it's on my teeth. Like I'm just really not that kind of person. But I like this. Yeah.
Sarah, I know you don't love a lot of like makeup either. Do you think that sounds like something you would try?
I would use that. Yeah, I use more of a neutral like glossy, but I know I'm wearing like a darker lipstick now. It's more of a lip gloss though. It's just like it's called Lifter Gloss from Maybelline.
Yeah, it's
I have
pretty.
a couple different colors. Thank you. Like I use it and it like stays for a while and it's like moisturizing. But I also so my hair is colored. My natural hair color is like strawberry blonde. So like I do have red hair naturally, but it's just darker now. So I get it done professionally and then to keep it up because red hair fades really quickly. I use this like color conditioner. I mixed this one with Merlot color, so this is copper, to get the color that I have now. But I like that a lot, and I'll probably use it for a while because like red hair does like even natural red hair, it like loses its pigment over time. That's why redheads don't like go gray; they go like white, I guess, because they just like slowly loses pigment.
I had no idea that they didn't go gray; that they went white. That's so. Yeah. I had no idea.
It's interesting. So I would probably be using this like it's color. You could also use like color depositing shampoo, but I just use the color conditioner, so it works pretty well. I like it a lot.
All right. Well, we'll post these products in our show notes in case anybody listening wants to give them a try, and maybe this peel off lip stain will work well for you, and maybe I'll try a darker color, but it was a big fail for me, so I wish you guys luck with it. All right, y'all. What's for dinner?
Dinner for me is, so I live alone and I'm a college student, so it's I don't have a ton of free time, but I love Trader Joe's. Blacksburg does not have a Trader Joe's, and it is a missed opportunity because Trader Joe's is so affordable and they have a great frozen section. So my favorites are their soup dumplings. I also like their scallion pancakes, and I've also been enjoying their gnocchi recently. It's so good, and I've also been liking the oh my gosh, what is it? Naan, like garlic naan. I add like butter to it and like my own garlic too, and it's so yummy. But yeah, I literally take like Trader Joe's stuff from my place in Nashville or my parents' house in Nashville and put it on ice and deliver it here. Um it's
Oh,
it's so it's so good. So I'll probably have something like that tonight.
That sounds good. You know what?
like a,
We
a
love Trader
easy thing
Joe's.
for college kids.
Yeah, and it's honestly, and even if you're not a college kid, we love all those products that you just mentioned. And that naan in particular is so good.
It's so
I do the
good.
same. I put butter on it and I serve it with like pasta instead of having like a French bread. And those soup dumplings are also really good. So maybe we'll take a note out of the college kids book and have some Trader Joe's frozen food tonight. It's delicious.
As you
Yeah.
should.
Kathy, maybe you should try it. Like, I think you would also like it. You could watch it. You could make it quick because I know that you love the Masters and it's happening this weekend. The Masters start.
Yes, it
So
is.
so you don't have to worry about cooking. You can use Trader Joe's delicious soup dumplings.
Yeah, I might have to try the dumplings because my kids love those.
Well, Sarah,
Um,
thanks so much for jumping in and sitting with us while your mom was down with COVID. Hopefully she starts to feel better. But it's so fun that you're able to take her spot and give some insight about college and some of the TV shows that we're watching and whatnot. So we appreciate
yes,
you
Sarah, it
jumping
was
in.
great having you on. You were awesome.
Happy to
I
do it.
hope you
Thanks for
come
having me.
again. I hope you come.
Hopefully, if I'm invited, I'll come.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, this is very fun for me. So
We want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. And Sarah, and please make sure to follow, rate, and review us. Please also send us any requests for topics you'd like to discuss at threelittlefishes.com. Enjoy the Masters if that's your thing this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Sisters out.